Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there.
Puss indeed, babies. It's Sunday. Do. This is not the Super Bowl, but you know, in our kind of lane, it is. It's your boy Matty Rants. Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm here from Bob's Diner. Yes, I had to make a wait. We're gonna make this fantasy real. One more time. Now it's real. I'm in Bob's Diner right now, waiting on my good old special burger up here. That's right. The life of the person. Okay, that was a dumb one, Bob. Anywho, how's everybody doing? Oh, my love. We have a great show today. Dida Ritz is our special guest. She's actually on her way here now. I just texted her on Instagram. She's coming through. Gonna be excited to have Dida here. We got a lot to talk about today. Goddamn. I need my panel for this one. I'm not going to be able to hold it down like that. Not for all this drama that's gone on in the world. This whole last week was like kapoots. Stimulus checks went out. The royal family's on some shit. Sharon Osbourne's in some shit. Kirk Franklin's in some shit. Lots of shit. Lots of it. Let's give you my social medias right now. Then we're going to go ahead and get my co-host up in here while Ms. Dida Ritz is on her way up in this giggery. Catch me at MattyRants on both Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Bookable on Cameo. You can also catch me on Twitter at @MattyRants. Now, y'all know I'm not monetizing this video because we're going to be talking some stuff. So if you'd like to donate to the channel, help your boy out, I am trying to get a car. Okay, this would be appreciative. It's Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants, and PayPal.me/MattyRants. Hurry up, Bob. I want my burger, baby. And don't talk to Teddy. He's crazy. All right, that's my last. No, it's not. I'll do Bob's Burgers throughout the rest of this episode. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my co-host here while we're waiting on Miss Dida to jump on in. She's going to be here real soon. Hey, y'all, I see you down here. Come on. Oh, look at the peach face. Come on, Rolando. How you doing, sweetheart? Remind yourselves that whenever you are putting your comments in, you may be highlighted in this discussion. So if y'all want to throw your jokes out now and try your stand-up, this might be the best bet. Because if I can read and interpretate, I can read and interpretate. Okay? All right. Let's see here. Now, sorry, y'all. My libations have kicked in already. So as you can tell, I'm ready to talk. I'm going to bring in the tree first. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the tree first. If y'all don't know from the host panel here, that'd be the tall motherfucker, C. Diggy One. That's Chris. Hey, Chris, we're going to bring in my good friend from Pop Roast, the Allegedly Show with Alexander Diane Rogers. We're going to go ahead and bring in this tree who's got all the entire Real Housewives of franchise fuckery that is available on his channel for consumption, as well as other hot topics. Hey, McNeely, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Go on, C. Diggy. What's tea?
Hey, not the tree, right?
I mean, listen, that's what they want to do. They're trying to climb your friend. That's what they keep on saying. Look, I got my Princess Peach shirt on for the kids today. I'm going to get Jamar to feel this one, honey. Yes.
And, WandaVision didn't come on this week, so, I had to represent.
oh, poor thing. You have the Captain whatever in the in Bucky soon. So there's going to be that.
Right. Falcon and Soldier.
Oh, but so not...
I'm excited, for this chat. I have my brown liquor. I promise I'm going to be on my best behavior. I promise.
That's not a promise that I will hold weight with, but I appreciate you for saying that. Why don't you go ahead and give your social media?
Yes. You can follow my tipsy ass on Twitter and Instagram, CDIGGI1. I have my own YouTube channel, same name. And I'm also on Pop Roast on Alexander Rogers' channel. And you can also find that on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you here, Chris. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Jamar real quick. Hold on here. I'm trying to get Dida up in this piece. She thought we were on Zoom. We are on StreamYard, baby. Hold on. All right. Now, my next host here is Jamar84. This is my kin, my friend, and everything in between. And then, bitch, you are really doing something here, girl. She's an actor now. Oh my gosh. She's in the assistant too. Oh my gosh. I follow your tweets and I like them. This is my good Judy out here in Atlanta, doing it big as always, giving you once again a beanie up top, a little lock of the dock. How you doing, sis? Jamar 84.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
That lock diddy dock did you in, didn't it?
Like, what? Oh, what?
It's a nursery rhyme. I'm just saying.
I need that shirt.
Which one? The Princess Peach one?
Please and thank you.
Tarjay. Jeff actually gave it to me. That's actually the funny part about it. Jeff gave me this shirt. Jeff with a G.
Oh, I missed that.
Houston friend. Oh, I see Dida up in there. I see your sister. All right, we're gonna get you in a second, darling. Jamar, I need the social medias while you have the spirit of the Lord behind you, is what it feels like every time we get in your house.
So
okay.
You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Jamar84, and on TikTok at Jamar840. Amen.
Hallelujah. Praise him. All right. Okay. Shout out to Scotty by Nature. I saw he reshared the panel today. I appreciate your brother. I got to come to one of y'all panels. I must invade.
Oh, yeah. Those that we plan are like really haphazard. Like the next one that we have that's centered that you can be a part of, I'm definitely going to bring you in.
Okay, because you know my mouth is loud. So Jamel, I saw you make a face. I'm gonna bring you in so you can start to agree with all of us here. All right, up next, you know this heifer for cooking down in his home and showing you what temperature to make sure your chicken is right. It never bleeds red with this bitch. This is my good old friend Dooley _ noted.
Hello. I'm mad you caught my face. That was quick.
I'm on it today. So.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Hi. It's all of this different colors of melanin in the room. Oh, it feels so wonderful. It's like a candy factory. You know, that's still
with the C, not with the K.
Okay, there you go. Listen. Dooley, I need to know where they can find you, baby. Tell them, please.
Yes, I am _ Dooley Noted on Miss Twitter. On Instagram, I'm Dooley Noted with 2 underscores. For personal, for business, I am DooleyDoesFood, which is also the name of my YouTube channel. So search it, look it up. I'm actually cooking right now. I have a video coming out the next day or two. I'm making strawberry pie.
Oh, I like a little strawberry pie.
Do you eat everything that you cook, or do you just do you give it away to people? Do you donate? What goes on?
So I force a lot of free food on my friends. I don't have a big sweet tooth, so I'll have a piece of pie, but that rest of the pie is gonna be forced on another friend and or coworker. So yes, I do give away a lot of food.
I'm going to start calling you Hey Dooley, thanks to Liam here. Dooley without the beanie giving us black. Hey Arnold, realness. Okay. I wouldn't say a football head, but definitely Gerald. Woo, woo. All right, there you go.
What's that guy from Recess?
What thing from Recess?
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Vincent? Was it Vince?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked Recess. Hey, D'Anthony, all the things you do are so fun and funny. You are dragging the girls. Yeah, get ready, girl, because today is the day that the Lord has made. Let's all rejoice and be glad in the dragging that's going to be in it. So we're going to go ahead and bring in my good friend, always with the blue, a little bit of a navy. Blue Ivy actually won a Grammy already, everybody. So she's now the youngest winner to get it. Shout out to the Vixen here. Wish you had a Grammy for that little snatch game sitting in front of you. Anywho, we're talking about this old blue background having ass bitch. I love you, Blakeisha. Here she go.
Good afternoon. It's good afternoon, everyone.
Blakeisha.
Afternoon. How you doing?
Child, we're here. I just got done slinging my titties, making some waffles, bacon, and eggs.
Ooh. did the trying to keep them hips, them baby making hips.
Baby got to get it right and supple.
She can't read, but she can sing. All right, Blakeisha, where can they find you at, baby?
You can find me on Instagram at BARowley86. No, Twitter at BARowley86. Instagram at Rowley B. And on YouTube at BRowleyMatty. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna do you like Sharon Osbourne did our good sis there and sit there and say, tell me. You didn't tell me. Privilege. Learn your goddamn handles. But thank you for being up in here, Blakeisha. We appreciate you. Now I want to introduce my good sis from Chicago. Y'all, we had an interview a little while ago that was on this channel, and we got to learn a lot about our good sister here. We've been begging and pleading for World of Wonder or whoever the graces of casting to get this sis on goddamn All Stars, or at least put her as a lip sync assassin for fuck's sake. But anywho, she's already talented enough as it is. Me and Jamar were blessed to see her live and in person. That was a great time there. I'm so proud. I'm so happy that she's here. Trust me, we're going to gush with her. I need her to be present for that gushing. I need her to be present for those gushers. But y'all know her. We all appreciate her. It's still one of RuPaul's favorite moments of all time. And honestly, we're just happy to see her every time that her face shows up. Y'all give it up for Miss Dida motherfucking Ritz.
Hello.
Hey,
there I am. Hey. Oh, God, we look gorgeous. We look so gorgeous. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
That's what I'm talking about, Miss Dida. How you doing, baby girl?
How is everyone?
Hold on, we got a little delay, Dida.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, there we go. There's a little bit of a delay. No worries here, but I'm glad we got Dida looking good and feeling good right now, sister. Listen, Dida, go ahead and tell everybody where they can follow you at if anything's coming up new that's soon, and we're gonna get right into this giggery here.
Oh yes, let's get into it. So you can follow me on Instagram, Dida Swag, and then my Twitter, The Real Dida Swag. And then Facebook is facebook.com/Dida Ritz.
Oh no.
We done lost Dida. Hold on, y'all. Don't worry here. I think Mama needs to just reset it real quick and then come on right back. So let's not worry here.
Right there
we know where to find her. Okay, see, she's right back in. She right back in here. No worries. We're gonna get her in here. Hold on, sis. Don't worry, Dida. We waiting on you, baby. It's okay. Now listen, technology is trash. Let's just call it what it is. Okay, I blame the devices that be, and not mine, but I blame the devices that be. Okay. All right, Dida, I'm putting you right back up in here, sister.
Okay. Oh, that was the shade.
I said, baby, the luggage got dropped back off. I said, hold on. We were just
I was in my flow and everything, and all of a sudden I just saw white. I was like, what? Okay. All right, so you can find me on Instagram, Dida Swag, Twitter, The Real Dida Swag, Facebook.com/Dida Ritz, and then on the 26th of this month, I have my digital show that I do on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Details the Drag Show. It's going to be actually a Black Girl Magic edition. So there's going to be a lot of your favorites from Black Girl Magic in there, and then also just some of your favorite melanin queens in the industry. You know, I like to put the girls on. You know, I'm that type of girl.
Yeah, well, that's what we do up in here, y'all. Y'all are seeing a whole Black people's color swatch right now, low key. Just a whole color swatch.
Beautiful. I just have to say it is so gorgeous. And if I can say one thing, Dooley, I think that I have followed a recipe of yours on YouTube. Did you do like a Southern baked macaroni and cheese one time, or am I like doing the wrong person?
No,
That's
I did.
you?
So you and I,
Girl, made that for
you and I follow each other on Facebook, and I put up a recipe for a Southern baked mac and cheese. It was buffalo style.
Yes, I did that for my birthday in December. Actually, it was so good, girl.
Look at
Come
that.
on,
It was so
Thank
good. It was
you.
so
Yeah.
good.
Did you see that
I just
connection?
recognized your voice. I just
Thank
recognized your
you.
voice, and I was like, "No, I know that voice. Oh my God, that's him." So yeah, I'm starstruck. I'm a little fangirl right now. Oh my.
Listen, I love it when we, as Black folks, find each other in around the corner. Like you just turn the street. Oh, hey, bitch. Hey. Oh, come on. Look, Fonz,
He's
where
like,
the Bruce
girl.
says who should go home tonight. It's like giving a vote, and everyone voted Olivia because she had the most points at the time. Look, Fonz, where you jumping the gun? I haven't even started the engines yet. But I appreciate your donation. And I thank everybody here who is up in this panel. Let me give you some love. Rosa, thank you for your donation via Venmo. Thank you, Casey, via Cash App. Y'all know I'm trying to get a car. It's Houston. You throw a rock, you ain't even hit the light. You ain't even hit the light, girl. So like, help a brother out. I'm trying to give me a nice little Honda. A nice little 09 Honda, little beep beep.
Oh,
So
some wheels, baby. Some
just a little roll. That's all I'm asking. But anywho, y'all, let's talk about everything that we're in today, which is Drag Race first, and then the drama that is the mama that was this week. So first of all, Drag Race UK came out, top 4. The girls come back in after Ellie Diamond made the right decision for her game. Lawrence is still a little bit chained up and pressed. Taste is still happy to be there, giving face, and Bimini's on a roll. Where are we at, everybody?
Just give it to Bimini.
Yep.
I agree.
It's hers to lose.
It's
I mean,
really no one else's game but hers. However, someone did make a point to where they might give it to Lawrence only because whoever wins is supposed to get like a show on Wow Presents Plus, and they feel like she might be the most marketable of the 3, possibly. But that's the only chance that she has. Otherwise,
Dida, what do you think, baby? What you think, honey?
I mean, I kind of agree with the whole I give it to Bimini because she really is like she socked all the looks and she really has brought the aesthetic and everything. But I'm also team Taste. You know, I like Taste, and I actually think that Taste has just as much personality as Lawrence and Bimini too. So I don't know. And I might just be like I want anybody Black to win. I'll be honest with that too. But at deep down, I really do think that Taste actually could take it, but Bimini seems to have like a really loyal fan base behind her. I noticed. I agree with the whole Lawrence Chaney. I think that Lawrence Chaney is funny and she's a charming person, you can tell. But I think that to me it's going to be Bimini and Taste.
I think for me, it's the growth of Bimini. Like it's the fact that you had 7 months off and then came back and played a completely different game. Whereas Lawrence, you know, you had the same amount of time and came back and played the same game. Whereas I like this. It's the growth for me.
Mm-hmm. I think Lawrence just plateaued for me. So I think, you know, Bimini, it's her crown to win at this point. I love Taste though, and I'm satisfied with the double
double save.
Yeah, double save was fine. I agree with it for one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second because
I think Bimini benefited from the 7-month break more than anybody because one, it threw Lawrence off. It allowed her to step up hers, and it eliminated Veronica. So it just cleared out everything.
You took out a big threat left.
That COVID affected the drag.
I mean, look what happened. RuPaul came back and was wearing twisted wigs. I'm just saying. So, what you mean? She was looking like Tyrone Biggums on the last episode. I swear to God, I said, RuPaul, you did not Dave Chappelle yourself down these stairs. I was waiting for this. I just was waiting for an itch. I was like, if she scratched her chin, it's a wrap. Like, oh goodness. Okay. Listen. So the main maxi challenge was an acting one. It was based off of a soap that's very, very popular in the UK called EastEnders. I have spent many hours on YouTube watching EastEnders stuff. What did y'all think of the acting challenge, and how did you feel about the judging afterwards once that happened? Because it seemed to be a little bit, you know, we didn't even see it. Like,
yeah, it was weird. We didn't get a chance to see Taste.
It was probably one of the better acting challenges of the series, and nobody really did bad, but they had to find something to put certain people in the bottom for storyline purposes. Because, I mean, even though we may not really care for Ellie kind of did get the most into character, whereas Lawrence and Bimini were really playing themselves, more or less. And Taste was just being, Taste was still being Taste, but still just looking sickening and being funny. And they kind of had to criticize them for something. So it was kind of like splitting hairs for me.
I agree with you, Jamar. I was actually really surprised by the judging this. Well, not surprised, but surprised.
I mean, we've been through Canada's Drag Race, and we can't be surprised.
It was really odd. Like, I thought Ellie actually did a pretty good job in the acting challenge. On the runway, I thought her look was cohesive. So I was kind of surprised they made her lip sync. But I guess you're right. Like, of course, they had to split hairs and kind of figure out who they were going to put there. So I guess.
But I mean, like, so do you? Oh,
she'll be back. It's okay. We it's all right. She'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry. The connection's going in and out, but Dida will be right back. Go on.
Do you think that in relation, like Ellie's performance, you would say was not bottom two worthy? Then, if that's the case, then who was bottom two worthy?
Nobody.
Lauren.
I mean, they probably just put them there. They were
Lauren.
going
Thank
anyway.
you. That was the answer I wanted. That was the answer I wanted.
It should have been Lawrence and Taste lip syncing, but you know how they do. Then it would have been a double save. Then we would have been back to where it was at. Like
The behind the scenes they'll count though, because it seemed like Lawrence wasn't judged on like behind the scenes work. Like he was judged more so on the final product.
And should you be judged on behind the scenes work though? I mean, like, isn't it about the execution?
Not really, because I mean, it only matters when you get to the end.
Right.
Is there for a purpose.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all that matters is the execution.
Because if I didn't see him like struggling on the lines, like I would have never known. So
that's why I was pressed about the Taste situation, because it was like we didn't even see any critiques that Michelle was giving her outside of the entrance coming in with Lawrence. And then all of a sudden we have this full scale. You didn't go Karen enough for me. And I'm like, hold on, lady. When did we even get a chance to see her go Karen? You know what I'm saying? It seemed to be fine when her and Bimini were having a scene. I didn't see y'all critique that moment. But also the theme was Panto Dame. Now, I, as an American, own that. And a lot of us are not used to that category. And so it was explained to me by a lot of people in the comment section who I appreciated took the time out to do so, because some people got really nasty and was calling me this trifling American and you should know this. And I was like, are you for real? Like, bitch, I'm not even gonna put me being black as a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Where I was growing up, not ever thinking about those things. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna do that. But I'm not going to. But still, I want to learn. So help me out. I'm watching the show just like you would watch the American show, and us doing our dumbass things over here: hot dogs and ketchup and mustard and fries and shit. So you know, I get it. But the Panto Dame is supposed to be motherly and supposed to be very like bosomy and Serta Jean, if you will. Serta G, very that, not cheese, but just Serta G. Every time I say his name, I think of a block of cheese. But what I was told was Taste was actually fine in Panto. She just was fairy godmother, and that's not Dame. Whereas everybody else went Dame. And that also the hoop skirt on Ellie was a fool, apparently. Like a fool.
Has there ever been a good-looking hoop skirt?
That's a good question. I'm going through my Rolodex, and I'm not coming up with nothing.
We remember
That's very true. That's a very good question.
Violet Chachi's crowning look of the season 8 queen has a hoop skirt, and that look
that might be the only one.
It was?
There's a hoop underneath it.
No, there were 4 little children holding it up, Jamar, underneath it.
Wait, did Jinx have one at the season 6 crowning?
She had that green dress. Yes.
Was that a hoop skirt?
I
don't know.
The world may never know.
But it's very rare. Let's say that. It's very rare to find a good-looking hoop skirt on Drag Race.
Well, Drag Race UK, some people like steps, okay? People like the song. I'm not one of those people. I'm so sorry to tell you. I was like, what in the S Club 7 before S Club 7 was an S Club 7 is this? Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, okay, I get it. I get the whole, it definitely feels with the mood. But Ellie Diamond and Taste went up against each other. Taste for the 4th time, Ellie for the 1st. Double save. Do we agree?
Yeah, they turned it. I was surprised at Ellie Diamond's performance.
She performed. My thing is, like, when it comes to Taste and her lip syncs, it's like Taste will look really nervous before the lip sync starts, and then as soon as it turns on, she turns into a whole different bitch, wears it out, and then comes back. So, I mean,
under the current circumstances, like I personally would not have issued a double save. Based upon the lip sync, I'm really kind of tired of queens who are not familiar with voguing and or have grown up in an environment that, you know, teaches and or embraces voguing on the main stage, because it always comes off really awkward.
Shake the table.
And like, I understand that like voguing is like popular and getting a lot of shine now, and so girls feel like they have to do that to like come off as current and hip, but like it's awkward and kind of cringy, and I kind of would have chopped her for that.
It was a little crunchy, but
A little.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a whole fucking bag of Funyuns crunchy.
the producers are going to keep her there as long as they can.
Matt trying to find the words.
When I did my review on it, it was like one thing, right? But then when I looked,
the Taste is like a sync assassin.
go on, Dida. What was that, baby?
I think she said she was a lip sync assassin.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
I think she's going to read
In her ways. She's very like nervous in terms of
Oh, Dida, I'm sorry, baby. Got you frozen here. We got a little delay in reaction. I'm so sorry, love. Try leaving and coming back out again. See if it helped here. Because right now, Chicago's, I don't know what's going on. If they're trying, they fucking with your sister. It's pissing me. It's like, get my baby back. Bring my baby back. Like that's the song in my head right now with this situation here.
Just a small side note. Michelle Visage, this is the best she's ever looked. Like in the history of Drag Race.
Oh, the lights have gone out. Something happened?
The silver string suits her very well.
Oh, let me tell y'all something. Here, I am pleased as punch as whoever is whopping and whooping that hair, whoever is dipping and dopping and doing it, who is ever understanding that this lady works wonders with this streak going on. I'm gonna bring Dida in, and Dida, I want you to go ahead and speak first, baby, because I know we got a little delay in connection here. Hold on, Dida.
Child, this son. Let me go fix that.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can hear and see you, babes.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah,
yes,
we can hear you.
it's a little delay, but we can
what
hear
is going on. I'm sorry. It's like it's very like it falls in and out. I'm so sorry.
No worries here, lovey. We're just happy to have you here.
Topic?
Where we're talking about
pressure,
with Drag Race UK, did you agree with the double save 1 and 2? How you feel about Michelle's new hair, new style, wearing green and shit?
I mean, I never really always agree with double saves. They have to be pretty iconic, and I just feel like sometimes they play with that double save a little bit.
I agree.
You know, like maybe I'm an unpopular opinion, but to me, a double save was like something Candy Muse. They were two really strong characters in this season of Drag Race for 13, and so that was a save that was like, oh yeah. But I feel like sometimes the double being played with. That's just my opinion. But hey, it ain't my show. It is not Dida's Drag Race. It's RuPaul, so that's her choice. As it goes for Michelle's looks, I actually like her looks. I think that she looks great, and her hair, everything looks really, really fierce. I just would like to know when we're like, I don't know, maybe people are going to be held accountable for sometimes picking and choosing in the interesting ways that they judge. I just don't agree with her judging sometimes. I feel like it's biased, and it's like I'll pick on this girl, but then I won't pick on this girl because I'll probably end up having to work with her on the road in a few months. I don't know. It's very biased, but I think that she looks great. I mean, the hair looks great and everything. But I think we all know how I really feel about Michelle.
Oh my goodness. Woo! That sandwich was lovely, Dida. Thank you so much. I appreciate the crust cut. Thanks. Only a mattress giant. I'm gonna sleep well tonight off of that one. Listen, Drag Race UK is almost flipping done. Drag Race UK is almost done, y'all. They kept them all there, all 4 of them babies. Either your team Taste, your team Bimini, your team Lawrence, or your team Ellie Diamond. We'll find out next week, and that will be the finale. So on to the show that is not ending by any means.
Never ended.
we're definitely stuck. Possibly for another month, maybe. Yeah, April. I think maybe this will end in April, maybe beginning of May. At this point, if they don't give us another special about things that happen. Because VH1's good for that too. But this is Drag Race season 13. This was actually episode 10. And there was legit 8 people on episode fucking 10.
Most people get crowned on episode 10.
Right?
I think season 8 was done, wasn't it?
Season 8 was done. This was when Bob got crowned. Was episode 10. And we still have 8 bitches.
8 hoes left.
No, we got 7 now because one went home. The one went home. There was 8 this episode, but then we had to send Denali home, which is Dida. I know that's your Chicago sister. I got to ask you first. I don't know if you know her like that but then again, you was in the video wearing it out to 100% pure love. Like, how was it for you or the city? How were people reacting and everything when Denali get eliminated?
Yes. I do know Denali. I've known Denali since she started drag, and Denali is so charming. She's very going. She's not a diva. She's super professional. She's very polished in her drag, and she knows her art. I was honored when she asked me to be a part of the video. I've really been honored how she actually has done her entire layout of like every time they post pictures of their runways. Her looks were all thought out. I don't like spiders, but her look with the whole tarantula, I thought that was like top model down. Chicago, we just really rallied around her, and we still are. If you go online and Twitter right now, everyone's really rallied around her, and everyone has really shown her love and reposted her stuff, because she's a good girl. Honestly, Chicago loves Denali. She's a good girl.
I always love that with Chicago, and I always see that y'all are very much a family and very connected. And if somebody fucks with somebody, y'all are take them and remove them. I'm not gonna bring up that baby who's still trying to make false apologies. But, we don't have to do all that. We don't
take much crap from each other. It's kind of like when you think about the LA queens.
Listen, someone said it's okay, Dida. The 747 and VA is having problems too with Wi-Fi with Cox. Listen, somebody's trying to fuck with it today, but don't worry. Every time she pop on in, we're gonna give space so that Dida can speak, and that way we all can get what we can get out, because that's what this is about.
I'm like, what on world?
This is the panel. This is how we gonna do this here, okay? Now let's go ahead and get on into this brick of an episode. So RuPaul decides to bring a psychic for a mini challenge instead of actually giving us a mini challenge, that then followed into a dead dad in a car rolling up to tell Tina Burner, "It's okay, I love you," which seemed very forced and very uncomfortable from somebody who has a dead parent, which I was like, we're doing this today, really? On the main stage, he gonna be right there? Really? Oh, okay. Then all of a sudden, Did you live over here? Did you have an animal? Did it start with a C? Clara the cat. All of a sudden, I didn't know what was going on. And I don't have nothing against psychics and stuff like that. I've been around mediums that are on some real shit. But that right there, with this whole this is the order that's picked by the psychic stuff. I need a conversation, people. I was like,
It was the transitions for me. It was the
Whoa,
what?
It was such a sweet.
I was so mad. Yo, like it's been a while since I've seen an episode of Drag Race that's pissed me off, just like flat. And this episode really took me there. Like I got to the end and I was like, that could have been an email. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, I read tarot cards, and y'all know I'm into all that kind of juju. And like that whole setup just was not even like a good description of what it is. But then they tried to like frame it like she's a psychic and she came up with this. It's just, like it wasn't believable. And I really feel like World of Wonder needs to follow the horror movie model. Just assume that your viewers are getting smarter and they're really in tune to your product. Like you can't pull stunts like that anymore and just let it fly. Like you got to do something different, girl, because your lace is showing and it's been showing all season. And it's a problem.
Read.
That's
I'm like, you said. I'm just saying, like, how you gonna say you gonna bring up lace and we're not gonna act like, is this anagrams? Like, what are we doing here, Dooley? I love my sister. I love Olivia Dow, but every goddamn episode, by the time we get to the end, this has found its way across the River Jordan. Okay, it's found its way. But Moses made it, girl. No one stopped him. You feel me? Like the river was parted. It was not on the forehead. I love you, sister, but it's always it'd be here. It'd be
clear. Olivia's having questionable laces for the past 20 episodes.
I mean,
I'm so surprised by that.
Beautiful. But there's a high-rise apartment happening here sometimes, and I'd be like, what's going on? But I'm not even gonna do that to Olivia right now. And Dida, forgive me, but Denali almost needs to be given a ticket for what she did to Olivia's
Y'all are
eye.
killing me over here.
I'm sorry, I can't take it. I looked at Olivia's face. I was like, like, what is this?
Yeah, to be able to do that to Olivia's face, that's
the eyebrows. What were going on?
But Denali's eyebrows are,
the roller coaster ride, that was a drop. It was like I couldn't do it.
They're Millennium Falcon.
At least when she came on the runway, you knew she was Denali, though.
Right.
True.
I will agree that they look.
Go ahead, Dida.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about. I agreed with the whole thing between Denali and Olivia. I was like, okay, there was like some things that could have been a little changed and perfected, but I thought that actually they looked. I mean, they weren't the best that looked, obviously, but I thought that they gave each other's looks. I saw it. I was like, okay, I could see you guys in each other's looks.
I agree with that. And that's why we were all questioning why Tina Burner wasn't really held more accountable for the assault and battery that was committed on Rosé's face on that day, episode 10 of RuPaul's Drag Race 13. A crime was committed at 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time when that of Tina Burner picked up a brush and started to dab and stab.
Not you at the time.
I'm just trying to give the police report because obviously nobody is trying to get this cold case because this happened almost a year ago. So like I witnessed Rosé walk on the stage and damn near die of disgust from this mug. Like that how dare Carson go, I love the shadowy eye. I was like, what's going on here? Like, what do you mean shadow? She got beat up. Maybe was dragged, like they tied her to a truck and dragged her down the street.
I was actually shocked that they weren't in the bottom, honestly.
A time to kill.
Thing, though.
But that's how Tina
looks.
Yeah, Rose sold it though, but it was like a parody of Tina walking down the runway.
Listen, I did say in my review,
Accurate.
it is on brand. I said it's on brand for Tina, so I didn't miss this looks like a car tire ran over me like it did in that one Quentin Tarantino movie, Death Proof, when they was y'all know the moment when he was in the car and that tire ran over her face. I was like, wow, that was the mental image I had in my brain after seeing that mug. Like, I was like, oh.
But I mean, from the active transformation, Tina did her job because that's what she looks like.
But it didn't look good, and that was a problem for me. Like,
but Tina's makeup on herself doesn't look good. So
okay, but let's go back. So this is another thing that pisses me off. Like, the judging is never consistent across seasons because girls have been eliminated for that same thing. They eliminated Monet Exchange for having to beat a white girl talking about some y'all don't look like twins. Meanwhile, Rose and Tina don't look like twins. They don't even look like first cousins. Like, really?
Listen.
Am I lying, bitch? Am I lying?
They were wrong for giving somebody that doesn't know how to paint a potato to paint a brick.
No,
it just doesn't work that way.
You're not at all.
Rose, if you need therapy, I know somebody who you can talk to after that, and I have a mirror we can send you as well. It'll be clean, and you can see everything that someone does to you again, just in case someone has to do your face like that again. So I am sorry, sister, but I do want to talk about Simone and Utica. Because that was unexpected, but expected because you knew it would either be high class or it'd be, oh shit. And thank God the white guilt that was holding Utica down didn't take it too much. And I appreciate her for even speaking on, thank you for being careful. Thank you for saying that you care. But I'm also looking at Simone like, this is my sister, and you should know by now after spending a year and a half in this competition with her, that she ain't gonna put you in something that's gonna be make you look like you're making fun of black people. Okay, I got the white version of Baps down when she walked the runway. I was here for it.
It was a fine line to walk, and I appreciated that she didn't make it a caricature, or like she could have been doing like this and snapping her fingers, but she treated it like a runway. Like
she was Simone. She was ooh, pop that collar and then walked and. Ooh, I was like, okay.
It could have went left. It could have went left.
It could have went squirrel.
Oh Lord.
Imagine if Elliot
it could have went so left, and I thought that same thing. Especially if she did Snatch. Remember when Snatch came, she brought up about wearing an afro and she didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she was playing a white person with an afro.
A good part.
I was so shocked by Utica. I was like shocked in an impressed kind of way. I was like, this is like, you look fantastic, and Simone looks equally fantastic. Like y'all really embodied each other, and this was what this challenge was about.
Listen,
it was redemption, definitely.
I was here for the shed skin and the body of the tissue underneath, and then this wig, and then somebody brought up in our Facebook group that we're in that it gave Marsha
Johnson.
There we go. It gave Marsha P. Johnson's like whole flowery moment. And it's like, oh, was Utica even thinking that? You know what I mean? Like it even translates into so many things. And that's what that art was that Utica was talking about. But also in Untucked, when they were speaking to each other, that was where I was happy. Because it was not like oh, this was fun. It was more, I see and respect you, bitch. Like, I get you now. So if you go home and these people still think you weird, I know why you weird. I love this weird. Be weird. So I enjoyed that. That was great. Who else? Oh, Got Mick and Candy Muse. So I liked Candy Muse as Got Mick personally. I was here for the ensemble. It was nice to see that face painted half, and given also some other things too. That wig was right with Jesus. I don't care what nobody says.
It was.
Go on, Chris. What?
Whoever Got Mick had, they were gonna look good.
Okay.
Whoever had.
Like regardless, it was like y'all were gonna be at the top. Candy gave Got Mick her DragCon bodysuit tease moment here. Very Rider Girl, very ooh, I'm this. Now I had somebody say once again I'm being critical because it had something to do with them being white, but that really wasn't what it was about. I brought up the hip hop lady into this because that's what Got Mick was giving. was the hip hop lady in that video, i.e. Bob's Burgers. We're in the shop too here. And it was a little hard and cringy. And even in the workroom when she was doing it, everybody else was like, Candy was like, girl, like, oh my God, let me get ready for the lip sync. But they did a good job. So they liked it. I just had a hard time getting a still for my video because she was moving around so goddamn much. So that's all.
Did y'all think Candy's, like, when she went off on Denali, do you think that was warranted?
No.
Ooh, that is good to bring that up. Untucked, that moment. How do you feel?
It was on the stage.
It was okay.
So,
Stage and untucked a little bit.
when Candy, you know what? I'm gonna give Candy her flowers. Like when she said what she said, I was into it, and I was like, okay, yes. Like RuPaul asked you a question, you gave a flat answer. Like stand by your answer. But when they went back into the untucked lounge, and it like she started to backpedal and be like, well, no, you know, I just wanna, we're sisters. Like that's when I was like, girl, like I would have much more appreciated if she like said what she said and that was it. It always feels like the girls want to like do things that are gonna wow, and that's okay, but then get nervous when they go backstage and they start backpedaling. And I'm like, no, like stand in your truth and own what you said. Like that's what I want.
Well, see, for me, it wasn't as if Denali didn't have a real reason for choosing Candy. Like you've been in the bottom of the tops when you've been in the tops, or in the top of the bottoms.
Yep.
That's how I saw it.
To say she should go home right now isn't an unfair assessment based on her track record.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She was already gonna get sent home anyway. And
Yeah.
I didn't take it as Candy backpedaling. I felt like she reacted in the moment, and then when Denali was just kind of like, you know, I really don't want to say anybody. Like I had so much respect for everyone, but I just answered the question. I feel like Candy was like, oh damn, I probably overreacted a little bit. Okay, my bad. That's how I felt it was.
Dida, I know there's a little delay, but what do you think of this situation, sis?
Yes. Yeah. I honestly agree with all of you. I think that Candy probably felt a little remorse when she got back into Untucked. I do think that there is always this pressure that when the girls get called out in front of RuPaul, there's this idea that the girls want to, I don't know if necessarily read a bitch in front of Ru, but they want to make sure that they're in front of Ru. Oh no, I'm not the one. So I also feel like that was a situation that was going on too.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. The girls get big chesties whenever they get in front of somebody and are asked a question about who's going to go home. Now, you heard when Denali had said her name, that entire body said, whoop, 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 whoop. Like, I'm about to get her. Get ready. Get to me. Get to me. That was the
Candy always got something to say. That's why it just gets on my nerves. Like she can dish it but can't take it.
Mm.
I just hate that we gotta. Well, I'm sorry too. Once Denali apologized for no fucking reason. Well, I'm sorry I went off, and you was like, so you needed her to say I'm sorry for you to say I'm sorry. You shouldn't have went off like that. That was unnecessary.
Well, I can see Tina Burner wearing that outfit.
Honestly, not well either.
It was on fire. So.
Okay, so let's get to this lip sync here.
Jesus.
Lord.
Child. So season 1 has entered the building for season 13 via Mary Mary. You know, it should have been a Kirk Franklin song this week, but then again, that would have been really bad timing.
Somebody said Drag Race has officially turned to a pageant. Now we're going to start lip syncing to gospel.
Honey, I was waiting for somebody that was going to be able to do the song correctly to come out and actually do it correctly. But what we got was Olivia versus Denali, which some people were like, what? It should have been, one of them should have been taken out, another person in. But
yes.
Either way, Mary Shackles, everybody. What do we think?
The shackles need to be reapplied afterward. They clearly each have not gone to a black church before.
Clearly.
I mean,
I agree.
Nobody praise dance. Didn't nobody shout.
Right. You get a mime. You could have got a mime.
Nobody wigs.
It was literally just fucking rude.
There was no shoulders. There was no action of the spirit hitting that body when it's like,
y'all know,
want to praise you.
I love a good gospel number. I love to do gospel music. I didn't see no Holy Ghost.
No glory.
None of it.
Right. I'm sure you could have killed that lip sync, Peter.
No hallelujah.
And I both shut off. And then there.
Nothing. I love doing gospel music. Gospel music is one of my favorites, and I do it not only because I'm a preacher's kid, but I also do it because, like, you know, my own drag mother used to always perform it, and that was like my gateway is getting in there. And so I am a little critical when I see the girls do gospel music, and I was just like, you could have really went a lot of different ways with that. It was interesting. I didn't see everybody was really scared almost to like perform that type of song.
See, I'm so glad Dida just said that, because I'm going to bring you up, sister, when you did Natalie Cole. And that was the Holy Ghost that entered your body, Miss Thing, when you started going again. We all saw it on that stage. Why do you think Latrice and all of us were like, oh, bitch? Because you like literally activated right when you needed to. And you went through and did it like it was supposed to be done in front of Natalie Cole. I mean, this lady literally had a joke about her drug history about an hour ago before you went on stage and gave her the right things. You remember what Sharon had said? It was nasty. I was like, really, girl?
Did she stand up? Was like, yeah.
Let me tell you, I feel like one of the things that I want to start seeing in drag that I remember seeing when I was younger is I want to see queens be willing to get uncomfortable on stage. I feel like a lot of times girls are not willing to get ugly and get real, like, emotional in these numbers, and it's really interesting. Like, that emotion is what's gonna break for a good performance. And sometimes I just want to honestly teach like stage etiquette classes, because I'll be like, that song is not hard to perform, but for some girls it just is.
I completely agree with you, Dida. So most recently, I got to see, before we all shut down, I got to see Hollow Eve from Dragula perform. And she did this very beautiful number, but everyone loved it because it was so rooted in like the emotion of the song. And I really feel like, especially those people that were exposed to drag via Drag Race, you know, they get so caught up in the dramatics of the lip sync and they don't really embody the energy or like, you know, the feeling of the song. And then it doesn't come off the same. You don't hit the same. You got to bring that spirit, that energy.
I mean, I think for me, the lip sync honestly could have been a double sachet.
That stank. We need that stank on it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see some sweat. And I didn't see like, y'all don't like, I don't know how to tell you when it comes to gospel, but if you really hear that song and it hits your spirit,
Right.
I'm talking about you.
We need to be sweated out.
Like, I wanted someone I want to praise him. Like, I was waiting for just a nasty, a wig almost pushback, but it came forward. Like,
do y'all agree with Rue's decision though? Because I thought Denali did better.
I actually did think Denali did a better job. I did.
I could have also taken a double sachet, but I guess.
I think Olivia was a character. Like, when she started with the shackle on her feet, that was
when she tripped.
I was like, I just need you to perform the song the way you would do it in church, and you're not gonna do that in church.
I feel like Denali had an advantage though. Like, she was dressed to deliver that song.
Wasn't she?
But she didn't have like the, because like what Dida says with the emotion and experience, we kind of have that in our culture. Like, we're used to that, and she may not have that same kind of energy to really know where to pull that from. And so she had the look, but she didn't have the the oomph to really deliver.
Because you saw her pull up that side and try to give it a little church leg, and it was like, that's not it. That's not it. Is there a rat on your foot? Is there a bug down there? Because that's what that was. I was like, what ghost are you shaking off?
Is that her fault though? Is that her fault?
No, it's not. It's not her fault. I don't blame her, but I do blame her for trying to think of somebody that we've seen before give that on the stage and thinking, I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. But it's okay. You did a good job. And I still feel like that if Denali was put with a different cast, Denali would shine brighter. I think this casting was already very, very strong. And I feel like her try was very hard, but it was like Rue was already in love with certain people. And that also has to play an effect with how long they've been there. Yeah. She's fallen in love with Simone. Rosé started to pull ahead. You know what I'm saying? Candy's it's like all this type of stuff. God, Meg, really interesting. Ooh, I want to touch you. Like, it's that. And then you got Denali, who is excellent dancer. comes on the stage, does her thing. But that's what it is. You're doing your thing. I want her to be doing her thing. That's what I'm saying. So I think an All-Stars cast, she'll do very well. There'll be girls that will be next to her, but I need people next to her, not people who are running ahead of her. That's all I'm saying.
She's not in this race.
She was there and it was good. And I was here for half of the presentation. I was here for half of it. No shade. But girl, when mama was barking and boop, 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 boop in the back, I didn't see you. When all the other girls were having these other problems, I didn't see you. The day I saw you is when you got mad when you didn't get the role you wanted. All tea.
I love Olivia and she's beautiful, but she's had 2 bad weeks in a row. So I'm hoping she kills it next week.
Either or plays an Ellie and makes it safe, or makes her way a Happy Meal on to some sort of setting.
It looked like the producers already.
Do you wonder if it's the same type of thing?
What would you say?
What was that, Dida?
Oh, I was saying it kind of seems like it's kind of like maybe the same maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of seems like maybe it's that same situation like last season with what's her face, Jan. Jan was really talented and she did like really good in that singing challenge, and then they just like kind of just decided not to pick her as the winner, but she was like the obvious winner of that challenge. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Logan here is right on the money with you. I lived. Nolly is the same as Jan, super talented, but gets lost behind the stronger personalities.
Chris, question. Dida,
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's every season. There's always a girl who kind of it does. Excuse me.
No, go ahead, Dida. Continue.
I thought somebody asking me a question. Sorry. I just feel like every season there's always that type of girl who's on the show who has to really, I guess, run the race extra hard because they do have to fight to be noticed because they are talented and they can dance and they can sing and they can, do all these things, but they have to I think that was maybe Denali's thing. Denali was already really super talented, but I think that she had to realize, and I don't think a lot of people realize this. When you go to Drag Race, you're competing with every other talented queen in every other state. You know what I mean? You're not competing with. They're not picking just mediocre. They're picking girls who are talented in every state to come and compete. So.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with that. This is Drag Race, not drag. Hey, friend, what's up? Oh my God, we're gonna be here for a while, aren't we? It's send your ass home, bitch. I'm trying to make this money. I'm trying to get booked on Saturdays when the girls actually come to the club, not on Tuesdays. No, I'm just saying, y'all know them Wednesday teams. It's okay. So drag, Dida, it's like, girl, you need to be booked on the day they're gonna be there. I'm trying to make my rent. So, y'all can catch me on a Wednesday. That's cute for, a little Uber Eats money, but I'm trying to, pay a light bill, keep this heat going here. God damn it. That's why I'm moving to LA. No, I'm just playing. So listen, Drag Race season 13 is still going on. We're going to be on episode Pi next week. So continue to watch. We'll see who goes home next. Maybe Tina Burner's hair will grow back. Yeah, grow back. I forgot to mention that in my review about the fucked up haircut at the beginning with the situation here. I'm actually going to be doing my own haircut tomorrow. I'm cutting my hair by myself. Not the curls, no, just the sides, We're going to see what happens, everybody. Pray for me, because if I do well, that means I'm going to save money on my barbershops every now and then. So, okay, let's get off of Drag Race. We've been talking about it for a goddamn hour. I appreciate everybody's opinions here. UK is almost done. Thank you, Jesus. Drag Race season 13 is not. Okay. And then we have Australia coming around the corner. When she comes, I know there's a lot of speculation and people who are not feeling the pseudo racist bullshit that's sort of been coming up about a couple of the contestants, particularly Karen with finance and the tattoos that she had. And Scarlett Adams is also a part of that. Apparently 2 people on the cast have allegations against them. Karen has apologized and stated what they were for in her own way, but at the same time, it's like they're there. And Scarlett, I haven't heard so much on, but however, Excuse me, it's Drag Race Down Under. I apologize if anybody was offended. I said Australia. As I know someone probably was offended, I said Australia. So Down Under Drag Race, excuse me, because that includes New Zealand. Yeah, I see you, baby. I got you. But they already got some stuff. So we'll see how that season goes. We'll see. And Canada is casting, apparently. Yeah. Canada's casting, so that's good stuff. Let's get into the drama. I got to do it. We got to do it. Where do we start? Because this week was some bullshit. Every day on Twitter was some sort of new mess popped up. I was like, WandaVision's off the air, but chaos has erupted. So I was like, this is insane. First, we had this royal family snafu fuckery happen here because, like, all of a sudden, like, as if we didn't feel like this was the truth already. Okay, that there was an issue with Meghan being black and her being with Harry, and then there was I guess they were worried about the color of the baby. She was being mistreated, and they were basically painting her out to be this villain, and that she was trying to just come into the family and this, that, and the other. A lot of people are torn on this issue. Piers Morgan decides to jump his ugly butt into this conversation. He gets dragged by the weather man. The meteorologist got him together, y'all. He basically forecasted his like demise. You know what I'm saying? And so it's crazy. This also led us into Sharon Osbourne needing to get her Karen haircut of an opinion up in this motherfucker on the top, getting mad because a situation was brought up, addressed, and done correctly. Was that Cheryl? That was Cheryl that did that, right? Cheryl Underwood. You remember the lady from that one movie where she was trying to sell monkey bread? She has come a long way. And I'm very
don't do her. She was on Comic View.
I didn't do her. I just gave you the facts. She was selling monkey bread.
And she's already
and she was fucked over out the Queens of Comedy. I do remember that story too.
Yeah.
They did her dirty in the Queens of Comedy, but you know, y'all love Monique. So let me stop. Let me continue. Monique was Monique. So Cheryl ended up getting under this Sharon Osbourne lady's skin, and Sharon decided to tell her that she cannot cry. She couldn't get mad over the defendingness of this because she's being accused of racism here. It's turned into a crazy situation. Y'all, what in the fuckery is going on here?
First of all, my mother used to tell me the apple don't fall far from the tree unless it's on the hill. Kelly Osbourne got caught up a couple years ago for doing the exact same shit when she was a guest on The View, talking about who's gonna clean our hotel rooms and toilets. So this is not, to me, this is not an isolated incident, despite it being a different person, because birds of a feather. It really, really bothered me that she had the gall and the audacity to get up there and weaponize her white women tears, and then also took away the space for Cheryl Underwood. She kind of took away that space and her ability to really respond to the situation. And like it was I found it to be really, really egregious, and it was really, really hard for me to watch.
Child. I saw that headline.
I agree. I think it was hard to watch, and I think the one thing that just sticks out to me is the part where the part that sticks out to me, I think the most was when Cheryl was trying to actually calmly explain things. That are using her words very well. Shout out to Cheryl for that. But I also thought the fact when she said, "You can't cry, I'm crying," and all that stuff, like that part, I think to me was just like man, this is what Black folks and people are like what we've been talking about. Like,
that was triggering.
Just listen and also understand, like, take a step out and understand why Cheryl is crying and the fact of trying to explain this to you. Because if Cheryl would have gotten an attitude and said things, then she would have been casted as the angry Black woman on the show. You know, she would have been like, no, let me explain to you. It was such like it was just hard to watch. It was very hard to watch.
Like Elaine Welteroth's energy, I feel like was really everybody. Because if you're watching Elaine Welteroth like, try to keep her cool and her composure, she looked like she was 2 seconds away from getting up and slapping Sharon right across her face. Like,
Yeah.
how dare you talk about to use your white fragility to tell us black women what we can and can't do about another black woman?
You could really
It was
tell
the-
everybody on the set and stage was trying to keep a cool manner about everything, because Sharon was just frantically going in, and everybody was just calmly trying to really use their words and really be calm, because didn't nobody want to really like express how they was really
Well, and the thing
feeling,
about that is
probably.
the thing about that is that by them doing that, they have taken what Sharon was trying to do to Cheryl and amplified what Sharon was doing. And this is something that I'd like people to remind themselves and look back on when we say we have examples of bullshit like this happening, where somebody can literally tell somebody to not be emotional about the thing that they hurt them for. And then let's not forget that Holly Robinson Pete showed her ass back up on Twitter and was like, how about that time that she referred to us as ghetto? Oh, is the power going out? Oh, it's raining over here, y'all. Hold on, I'm checking to see. I saw a little dim. Okay, we good. Sorry about it. I was like, wait a minute, get the phone ready because in case I dip out. Yeah, it was Holly Robinson stepped her Pete ass up and was like, she called us ghetto. Leah Remini was like, yeah, you remembered that? And they posted receipts. Done.
Mm-hmm. All the email. It's on Twitter.
Yeah, Sharon tried to clap back, but yeah, right. Didn't work.
Women just receipts. What? I didn't know that.
Oh, yes, I posted it, girl. Yes.
She did.
Several accounts of it. Like, oh, girl, there was an email. Sharon posted an email, but she forgot to post the other email.
There was receipts. Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, yes, mama. They were shit. They were like, oh, honey, clip and post. But the royal family is trying to do their best to, of course, clean up this mess that's happening here, but old stuff is surfacing back up. They got the other prince and Miss Kate lady. I don't like those people being carried by black people. I forget what country that was in, but they were being escorted on like chair, like as if they're the one. Oh, God, it's not a good look. Things ain't looking good. I need there to be some real accountability taken for this. Greg, I see you here because Nina Parker, who, I like Nina Parker. I like her a lot. She actually made a great statement about the Sharon situation. The way she made it.
Before we get into the royal family thing, can I just issue a swift fuck you to Claudia Jordan and for everything that she had to say about Zaya Wade over this last week?
Wait, what happened?
Julie, no, go ahead, bitch, because I'm ready to say fuck that old ratted ass.
I am
Not Claudia.
I never thought that I was going to be the girl on the panel that had to cuss a bitch out, but I am so fucking tired of y'all having Zaya Wade's name in y'all mouths. Leave that girl alone. Y'all are so mad that she has two loving parents that are willing and ready to accept her in the way that she needs to be accepted. Like, y'all are, oh, what about this? What about this? No, leave it alone. Zaya knows who she is, and she's going through the process in conjunction with her friends and family. Stop talking about it. Stop attacking that girl. It's free to shut the fuck up, and let's leave it at that.
Yes. Ooh.
Yes. Thank you. Needed and necessary.
Can I just say, I am so happy that you have said something about that, because that is such a frustrating when I see that too. People stop attacking people's kids first and foremost. And I even want to go even further more and send you a fuck you to the Bootsy, the gang rap or whatever.
Yeah.
The first one always have an opinion about how they're raising Zaya. And I'm like, first of all, you need to raise your own kids and hush. But also at the same time, like, I just am so glad you said that, because I think that I have never seen such a young person be so sure of themselves. And just the way that people within our own community are attacking this young girl. It makes me so angry. So thank you for saying something, girl. Oh, that
wasn't Boosie the one that giving his 12-year-old blowjob from a stripper?
He sure was. He hired he hired a sex worker to perform.
I'm ashamed.
That's him.
Yeah, no, ain't no one talking about that water bug. We ain't worried about him and his non-selling music.
He taught his own child at the age of like 10 to put a condom on or something like that.
He shouldn't even be allowed to reproduce.
Girl, listen, he needs to stop projecting his days in prison on all of us here. You just mad because your booty got clapped while you was behind bars. So calm down. Please calm down. Boosie head ass is probably what they was calling you in prison, bitch. So what you mean? A gobble gobble, a wobble wobble, a shake, shut the fuck up. And I'm sick of Claudia Jordan. I've been sick of her since the beginning of time. I never understood what the whole appeal was. Nene may be a moose, but she certainly read that ass. And it seems that her motherfucking self must be pressed that she's not having nothing going on with her life as far as family is concerned, to be up in Zaya Wade, Dwayne Wade, and Gabrielle Union's business. And why are you coming for Gabby's kid? That's the wrong one. That's the
Gabby
wrong
will get together.
That's the wrong one.
We'll fight you.
Selena Johnson, R&B divas, what you doing up in there? Like, what you mean? Biblical Fox with your seventh face, what you mean? Like, y'all go on somewhere. Go on, Jamar. What you had
to say? Even though what Claudia Jordan did with the child, we can appreciate Zaya Wade's interview that she had with Michelle Obama. That made me happy to see.
Yes,
because she was. You could tell that she was just so
exuberant
from the inside. Because she was like meeting her idol. I was like, look at this. And she spoke so intelligently. I'm like, go ahead, little black girl. Come on. I just love to see it. I
can't.
It bothers me so much. Like it first of all, it's free to shut the fuck up, but also like if you want to speak on something, at least take a moment to understand and learn about it. Like do your Googles at a minimum. Like these women are on this show spewing the same shitty, unfounded rhetoric from like 80 years ago, bitch. Like you could Google anything about transness and get quality information on Google. Like, just do your due diligence. Damn.
And see, that's the problem because they go into these houses and homes thinking that these people are giving them the correct information because that's family and they know what's up. And they go to church thinking that that's the science behind the body and everything else that's happening here. I am a Christian, but I know goddamn well I can't go to church to find out about trans women or men and understand who they are as people. Okay, there's emotion and there's physicalness. I'm getting tired of people involving themselves in other people's lives and telling them what they're supposed to do when they look like birds and they look like rocks and they look like toes and they look like the underside of someone's asshole. I can't handle it. I don't understand. Bitch, you ain't been on nobody's show in a minute and you want to talk about somebody? Girl, you ain't had no album sell in a minute and you're reading someone, girl? Hold up. This can't be. Not you. Not you. Not Zaya Wade. Not her in them low kitten heels. You're not gonna read that baby. No, you won't. Not them kitten heels probably cost more than the last check that you got for whatever album you sold in this thing. It probably got more from whatever you did on Real Housewives of Atlanta too, that one season. So there you go. Okay, I gotta stop because
I mean it's an old auntie.
You better read.
They're just stuck in their ways, probably.
You better read. You better read.
I'm not excusing them.
Oh, girl, listen, I just know that I wouldn't fix them a plate from Keisha Cole's food truck, okay? So I'm not going to do that today. We're going to let that go.
They can't get Carrie Hilson's fish plates?
No, bitch, there's no Fanta for you. I don't have no 50-cent soda for you, baby. No.
Who's Carrie Hilson?
Oh, girl.
Rude. Rude bitch. You rude bitch.
Carry my back to the Hilton, that's what I meant.
Beyonce is, and more important, Beyonce is nominated for 9 Grammys tonight. Just saying.
Y'all are so fucking rude.
Well, I guess Carrie was spoken.
And you also heard she got the Grammys too, right?
Oh yeah, she for the 3rd time being the most lead nominated person not performing because once again I'm still mad at how they did her for Lemonade. Still mad.
Oh baby, the world is mad.
I don't want to keep y'all for an hour on why I have so many problems with that. But anyway, I'm a Diamond Level Hive member, but yeah.
It's reckless behavior, Chris. That's what it is. Reckless behavior by these people.
They dogged the queen twice. They're not going to do it 3 times. So.
Nope. She said, nope. I will be at home and find your way back. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a big world. You get back to LA and find your way back to that stage and get Ariana Grande to Osbourne perform. I'm telling you.
You won't steal my power.
The
She'll get those Grammys though. If she wins those Grammys, she'll get those Grammys. They'll find their way to her.
That line on that gets me going, bitch. Every time.
Woo! Come on. Listen.
Play that when we get off of here.
Okay. While you talking about it, I already put it on my play next. Okay. Okay, next topic here. Since we were able to fit in these people. Jennifer Lopez, the Lord of the Rings is what I'm calling her, even though she didn't marry half these people and it's none of my business on who she's fucking. But at the same time, damn. A-Rod, the man with the bag, Fine man with the bag, by the way. They broke up, or did they? As the headlines have been saying. Was this a business decision, or was this simply a tan for tan conversation? Thoughts?
Make it work now.
I mean, it's J-Lo doing what J-Lo does.
I was actually very sad when they broke up. I'm not like when I just found out about it yesterday, and I was kind of sad because I just want J-Lo to be married, for goodness sake. Like, just why can't she find a man to marry her? My goodness.
I mean, she was with Mark. What's his name? Anthony. Yeah, two beautiful kids from that situation here. But you know, listen,
She was.
You know, Mama's had her time. She's you know, I'm trying to be nice because I can't talk about Ashanti's
Why?
I can't talk about Ashanti's voice.
We all are.
Christina Milian, Ashanti's voice. I can't, like, what do you want me to do? Like, honestly, I like her, but I also, my favorite J-Lo was like Fly Girl in Living Color Days. J-Lo. That was my favorite.
Really?
90s Out of Sight with George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez.
So you don't
like
Let's Get Loud, J-Lo?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Hell no. The era that remember Pitbull. Remember when Pitbull was a thing? Yeah, I didn't like that era at all. I did not.
She had Pitbull on every single
song.
She had that 65-year-old man pumping them suits out every goddamn show. I'm telling you.
Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my favorite Jennifer Lopez is Jennifer Lopez in Enough, because that was her best movie.
That was terrible. That was terrible. That was like Beyonce's Obsession. Don't you do it. That was like Beyonce's Obsession. That was the same movie, damn near. Just different.
It's everything. I love it.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, but Beyonce's Obsession is so good, though. You have to deny that. That is so good. It's so good.
Girl,
my favorite is when they're fighting and then Beyonce picks up that phone and says, "I'll call you right back." Ooh, so good.
I'm gonna be.
Oh God.
I love Beyonce, but I'm gonna be honest. That's like. No.
Oh, my green screen's down. I can't with Dida.
I have so many questions about this A-Rod and J-Lo thing. I really wanted them to make it. But once again, sis has lost it.
But they haven't broken up yet.
They denied it, didn't they?
Yeah, they denied it. They said we're not broken. We're going to try to make it work.
That's all I know is that it's so weird.
J-Lo fucking somebody else, and I'm just like, girl.
I really hope they do because, girl, at this point, I know she's a strong woman and all, but damn, you looking real desperate in these streets. So I really hope that she makes it work. And if anything, girl, just, you know, you got two twins. Be a mom, you know, just be single.
Like, it's to the point to where Halle Berry has a man and that she has kept. And they are living.
The difference is Halle Berry said, "I'm not getting married again. Period. Stamp. We can have babies. I can lose them in every movie. Okay, that's what Halle Berry said.
She period. Yeah, said that.
Okay, she will be a 911 operator. She'll have a bad wig in every film. She will lose that child that needs bifocal glasses. Every single film.
Shit, I forgot about that there.
But guess what?
That wig be like blue.
It's really Halle Berry Thriller wig.
It'd be like, where are you? Where are you, Billy? Like, what's going on here? Like, just
it's supposed to give like disheveled, stressed.
That wig is disheveled and it's stressed. It needs an iron. It needs many things, you know. Tyler Perry wig. Listen, Joyce. Now you want to talk about? Oh my
God, you are killing me.
That big punk right there be wearing them girls out in his movies, honey. He be
Grace.
Hold on, y'all. Do y'all remember?
If you want to go there.
Do y'all remember the Medea's family reunion? That wig they gave Shamar Moore with the braids.
It was terrible.
The baby's hair. Hold on. Josh brought up a good point here. Hold on. This is a good point. A-Rod is a serial cheater.
Josh,
Yeah, they
This
said he
is
cheated on her like maybe a couple
I didn't know
months
that.
before.
This is like, I think he's done it a lot personally to Jennifer Lopez. I know, listen, you're talking to a child of a mother whose daddy was cheating on my mama like every other day. Okay. Like, you're going to sit there for the fam or whatever the situation is until you can figure things out. Also, this could be business wise. Let's really talk about it. If we going to break up, how's this going to look for the things that we're invested in that we're doing with our names on it? It's a lot that's why when you have money, like real money, things are a little bit different.
Well, I was actually going to bring that up because don't they have like houses and like you just said, like they have money and like I thought they like when I heard they broke up, I was like, damn, they're gonna have to like do a lot of separating. I heard that they had like bought a house in the hills together.
Not
and
exactly.
had a home
Not
in
even
New York and all this stuff. So I mean, why put yourself through all that? Honestly, I don't know.
Well, allegedly, someone close to the family said this has been a long time coming, and part of it is how do they disentangle their businesses from their relationships. So,
right, they tried to buy a football team together, but that didn't work out.
A-Rod is also a regular guest on Shark Tank. He's a venture capitalist, and so them business deals be flowing. No telling how long it's gonna take for them to untangle that shit.
Listen, somebody mentioned there was going to be a Jennifer Lopez and Lady Gaga collab. I think that Lady Gaga wouldn't do something like that for her career. I think she knows. I think she's smart. I think she's a little smarter than that. Yeah. Like, what would that be? Number what on the charts? Okay.
Would it be Jennifer in the studio or someone else?
Well, Ashanti's free, so
she got a new deal. She got a new deal from the Versus.
What, from Doritos? Is Doritos making her next album? Like, is it going to be like, come on now, like. God bless these people. I hope they're doing well. For what it's worth, Jennifer, I've been following you for years, girl. I've been there since the Diddy days. I just hope you find some happiness. I hope that whatever's working with this A-Rod situation works in your favor. A-Rod, stop sleeping with hoes. You're nasty. You're fine, but stop it. That makes you gross. Ew. Okay. And everything else, good to them. Good to them. Kirk Franklin, you're next on the menu, you 5'6" motherfucker trying to get your child together on this camera and thinking that you can apologize with your Christian ways. We need to have this conversation.
I don't really have much.
I don't even nothing wrong.
Right. Sometimes your kids make you want to stomp on their neck. So I don't think he did anything wrong.
I think just because he's in the gospel industry, people expect him to behave differently when they forget.
Can someone fill me in? What happened with Kirk Franklin?
Okay, so Kirk Franklin and his estranged son, apparently,
hell, by the way,
they got into. They got it. I'm like, girl, let me mute Jamar. They got into
That's fine.
They got into it, and his son recorded the conversation, and a bunch of things were thrown around from this person who's considered to be holy, which is Kirk Franklin. And people heard him cussing him out and saying, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. As a black child, I think we've all heard this one. You know what I'm saying? I actually better get everybody's children. Because I know, everybody's child. Y'all want to be included.
Oh, yes,
everybody.
Absolutely.
Like, so it looked a little hypocritical on
this
his
is not
part.
Burger King. You can't have it. No way.
Now, his son is 33 years old. Okay. He's a year younger than me. And so he's a grown man at this point in time, basically.
Really?
So, yeah. So the argument is this about Kirk coming off as a hypocrite and saying the things that he said? Or is this more so just a real moment between a father and son that was shared to be petty? Or whatever he was saying, it's what he was saying because that's his child and that's none of our business. That's the conversation. So some of y'all feel, every now and then you got to do that with your kids. I grew up in a household like that where my father was threatening me. So fuck that. I don't like that shit. That made me fear my dad. I lost respect for him as time went on because it always became about violence to solve an issue. And so that never really worked for me. At the same time, I can see Kirk getting mad at somebody who he's had in his life for 33, 34 some years and still not getting it together and having to go off on them. However, you are in a position where you knew that your child was going to do what he was going to do. You're very popular. All of this much of you are very popular. Okay. You in that I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to talk through every goddamn song. Because that's what Kirk does. He does not sing. That man talks through every fucking song. With discography getting for just anywho. Yeah, look at this. Now, All three.
Accurate.
It's all three.
I was very triggered by this situation. I texted Matt earlier today. I was like, "Girl, we gonna have to talk about this because this is a lot." It bothered me on several levels. So first and foremost, the fact that the son felt a need to leak the conversation says something about their relationship, and to me it comes off as someone who has tried repeatedly to get their father to understand or realize something, and that other person is being obstinate. So it was like a move of desperation. So it got me thinking, like, what about this situation? Like, what is taking place in this situation that will elicit the response kind of on both sides of the line? That was kind of my first line of questioning. What really pissed me off were some of the comments that people were making about the situation. And it really feels like whenever someone in the church does something wrong or questionable, we fall into this whole, sweep it under the rug and pray about it rhetoric. And it really prevents rich conversations or necessary conversations from happening. And that really, really bothered me. Like we've seen some really nasty things come out of the church that went unacknowledged.
Oh my God, you are so right.
Decades because nobody wanted to talk about it, and you wanted to pray away the situation when you could have been an effective adult and took action and minimized someone's trauma or minimize, the negativity that somebody felt or experienced. That really pissed me off.
Good stuff, Dooley.
Well, I'm not minimizing anybody's experience, but just when I first saw it, it just seemed like, it looked like his son was like talking to his dad.
I agree. I think that, I'm a pastor's kid.
Mm-hmm.
Go
ahead,
on.
Dida.
Sorry. No, I'm a pastor's kid, and I agree with Dooley everything you were just saying about how the church does what they do to like sweep things under the rug, and the church is like, especially the Black church, is very guilty of doing that. I mean, churches are period of doing that, but I mean, like I said, being a son of a pastor's kid, I just have witnessed and seen and heard things before in the passing, and I've been saying it for years that churches, period, but Black churches really need to start talking about like the taboos and the things that you allow to be swept under the rug, and like mental health, and people being gay, and it's just very interesting in listening to like this, because I didn't know about this. I'm listening really to all the like what you guys are talking about. It just sounds like to me, somebody not being able to really like admit like times are just different, and that was actually a conversation I was having with my mother recently on the phone about how like with Black families there's like right now there's like a line divide, and especially like if you're religious, then it's even worse.
Thank you, Dida. I'm here for you on that. Chris, what were you saying for your counterpoint?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I don't want to minimize anybody's experience, but just from when I heard it, it just seemed like, okay, this is his son. He's being very disrespectful to his dad. Like, I've just heard that before, where a parent would say, "Oh, I brought you in this world. I'll take you out." I had loving parents, but I've been hit with a shoe, an extension cord, wet towel, a belt. But I guess it's just different for everybody. Like maybe people put their experience on this situation, but that's just how I saw it. So it may be different for other people.
I will say I agree with Chris. I was first and foremost, this ain't my business. So I was like, that's really where that comment was great, because this is not my business. But as it's related to like what's happened in my life, like my mother told me as recently as 2 weeks ago, she'll take me out this world. And like, I understand that it's not really serious and it's probably not the best parenting, but it's something that people say to their children, I think, to course correct. And I don't know what the context, and I'm mad at you making a face. I don't know what the context of that conversation was. We are instructed to know that there is context, as Michelle Obama has told us. But again, this is not my business. And what Kirk says to his child is what Kirk says to his child.
It really just feels like everything that y'all just said to me just screams trauma. And I really feel like, especially as it pertains to the older people, especially older Black people, like they share their experiences about what was acceptable, from their parents or the situation. that's traumatic, regardless of if you want to like call it that or not. And it really bothers me that like, especially old Black people, they associate growing up and being Black with trauma, which is very different than people in our generation and the younger generation, because we go to therapy, we talking about the situations, and it's forcing them to deal with us differently. And older Black people are not always receptive to that.
See, what's interesting about that, Dooley, and this brings into discipline in Black families, and I'm for those listening here, if you're of non-color descent, just hear where we're going with this, because this is a real conversation. I used to get my ass whooped when I was growing up. I wasn't a sit in the corner and you're grounded kid. I was a pick the spoon or pick the belt or go outside and pick a branch to beat you with because I'm at church and this is the time to get you. I've had 2x4s. I've had shoes thrown at me, baby. Like my parents are from Alabama. They didn't play that stuff. Like, but I'll tell you, Bama, Texas. You know the song "Get in Formation," but I'm just saying that that's how I grew up. Not the hot rail track.
And I think
the thing is
for you.
You said what?
Maybe it's more trick. So like I had a very different, like I can honestly count on like one hand how many times I got hit in my life as a child.
Yeah.
And so when my mother would say like, watch your tone and take you out, it's
no, it didn't work for me, Blake, because I resented my parents for my entire growing up over stuff like that. That's the point I'm trying to make here, is that my other brother, he needed that, like they keep on saying, but I look at him now and that man is crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Like I look at a lot of situations where there's people in my family who we got that sort of raising and how that was effective at a certain point in time, that fear raising. But then there was also the matter of, do you respect your child enough to treat them as such more of an adult so they can feel they can grow better? For me, as I grew up, I felt it took me a little while to get out of it. I was always a little bit not fully there because I was so afraid of my father. I was so afraid to do things wrong. I was so afraid to move the wrong way. And so when it comes to things like that, they say in the Bible, spare the rod and you know what,
the child.
There you go. But at the same time, it's like there could have been other ways to go around that. And so we're so deeply rooted into a book that's been interpreted so many times and translated so many times that things have been added to it to mess with it, which I have heard from people who have actually worked on Bibles and been like, girl, this is not the first thing, the one that you're reading now. This is there was many added additions to the Bible, but we're so deeply rooted through slavery, through our struggle in time, through us needing Christianity to get us through those tough days, that it's that mentality has really wiped people's sense of, this is your child. Do you love them? Yes or no? And better yet, is it any of our business what they're doing with their child unless they're hurting that baby? Okay, then. That's when the neighborhood should get involved, when the child is in danger. That's it.
Just one last thing. I just feel like there is a spectrum, though, like where it can be discipline, and then at some point it can be abuse. So it's different experiences, I think, because sometimes it can be abuse. And discipline for me, I know every time I was whipped, I deserved that. I had a smart ass mouth as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
I was sarcastic to my parents. So I was like, I think I kind of deserve the whippings, but I get it. I get what y'all say.
When my mom popped me in the car on the way to school, like dead in my face for saying the F word, now I deserve that because I wasn't even ready for it. She said, boom. I was like, oh, but like the day that I dropped something and broke, why am I getting beat for this?
Right.
Why am I getting beat for breaking something? Like what? Like now this is about other things, but also I like this with intuitive beauty too. Verbal abuse is abuse too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad is an Aries who's intelligent, scary. Okay. So he gonna get in there and dig in all my stuff and bring it back and then make me feel some kind of way and then bring things on me. And a lot of kids dealt with that too, with that verbal abuse. I'm always afraid to have children because I know my mouth is horrible. And I know my child would never be wanting to fuck with me. Oh no.
I think as growing up, both of my parents, and I feel like why I have
I agree with you on that one.
What was that?
No, she was saying that she could agree on that one. What are you saying?
Yeah. I was like, I feel like I have the demeanor that I have because both of my parents are Southern and both of my parents are very loud. Both my parents are like one of the people, like if you have they're talking to one of their siblings in the kitchen in the same room, they still are yelling at the top of their lungs when they're right in the same room. I don't know why Southern parents do that, but they didn't really hit me very often because I was usually not angry to do shit to get hit for it, but they did do a lot of verbal yelling. So I feel like that kind of made me want to kind of dumb myself down. I won't say dumb myself down, but you kind of felt intimidated where we weren't comfortable speaking up against them because they were just so much louder than you. So yes, you can do the hitting part, but when people do verbal abuse, it does take on your mental as well because it feels like it kind of messes with your confidence somewhat, and I feel like it kind of alters how you feel comfortable speaking up in any situation, like in any sort of conflict. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it as well, but that's just been my experience.
And times are different now. So, I mean, I can't see anyone like really beating their child right now. Like maybe back in the 80s, 90s, but like right now, it's just different.
Parents beat their kids.
Girls are still beating their kids.
Yeah, trust me.
Friends with kids.
Girl, do you want me to open this window where I'm at right now over here in West Chase?
I have been at the grocery store and have seen a mom backhand her child right in front of me and not even like blink twice about it. Like recently, I saw that in the grocery store actually.
I'd be praying for a little.
That, or y'all was when y'all got reprimanded, was it accompanied with an apology or like an explanation afterwards about why this happened?
No.
Some
Usually.
my mom would, but my dad was more so, he'll tell me a week later because he had to go do something else.
Yeah,
after.
I was.
But my mommy was really good at that. After whooping me, all right, now let's have this conversation as to why.
No, I had that type of mom that like she like whooped me with the syllables. Like, this is why I'm whooping you. Is you gonna do this next time? And then,
I hate the syllable whipping. You ever do this?
Yeah, the syllables are scary because they just keep coming. Because that's like, now they stick. Like, what are you doing?
The syllable, why is you acting like that? Like,
the worst though was in public or like at church. For me was the most embarrassing time to get whooped because like we'd be outside of church and the windows would still be like open with the blinds, so they're seeing me get beat from the third front window outside. I'm walking back in like, ooh.
Wait, did your parents used to get mad? Like if they had you by
that's
the arm,
the worst when you get whoopings in front of your family members, like your fellow cousins. Because then they would like try to climb me.
Girl, they would be doing this because my daddy was scared. They'd be looking around like, I'm not gonna look that way because he gonna beat me too. What were you saying, Jabbar?
Did your parents have like you had you by the arm and you trying to squiggle and run away and they miss and they get more upset? They're like, oh, you done made me miss.
I'm triggered as fuck right now, y'all.
I'm mad, girl.
I was like, Dooley is triggered.
I'm triggered as fuck right now.
Even worse.
All for real. Like right now in therapy, I'm talking about my childhood. So y'all are taking me back to some moments, and I'm just like, that was.
We all lived the same life.
We did in some sort of capacity.
Exact same life.
In some sort of capacity, we had our cleaning days when that music was on.
I need a record.
All that happened. Listen, there were these days like that. You remember your family reunions? You remember them days your cousins would come over to your house and do whatever. They'd be like, I don't like you like that. You remember seeing your sisters or brothers or somebody get in trouble and you having to witness it, and it was really you, but you're like, Just like, well, at least I do. I have 10 siblings. I was getting hoes in trouble. Okay,
I ain't getting that whooping.
I certainly wasn't. I'm like, Bobby can take it for me. He's older. It was his fault. He should have.
I guess he really wanted to like embarrass his dad because I mean, when I first saw it, like I thought he was like, maybe like low 20s, but you said he's like our age, like in the 30s.
And that was from 2018. So like, yeah. That power went out, y'all. If I click out, what just happened. I may be back.
Oh no.
Oh shiggity. Let's see what happened here. I'm about to switch this to the iPhone real quick, y'all. So if I dip out for a second, you know why.
Oh man. I love that. I need to find a way to get some therapy because I'm sure there's so much underlying shit that is unpacked.
Right. Black people need free therapy. It's reparations package.
Hello. Make it a part of my healthcare package.
Therapy should be a part of your healthcare package.
Girl.
I go every Saturday from 12 to 1.
Oh.
Does your insurance cover that, or do you have to pay for that yourself?
I have a $10 copay.
Did you find a queer or a person of color therapist?
She is a Black bisexual woman.
I feel like if I get therapy, I want a Black woman.
I was looking for therapy in Philly.
Man, hallelujah.
And come to find out, the Black woman I was going to choose as my therapist, I went to high school.
Yes.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't treat you because we know each other." I was like, "Damn it."
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Conflict of interest. I might have to explore that idea though, low key. Because I know there's some shit in there that I haven't dug up.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. I know I'm jumping back in randomly here, but I do think
therapy here and there, and it's really nice actually to like get things off your chest because you don't.
Oh no, go ahead, dude. Because I think there was a delay.
Yeah, just a little delay.
Oh, I was just saying therapy is really, really good. I've done. Oh, sorry. I love doing therapy. I've done it before in the past, and it's actually something I really am actually in the process of trying to get my parents to do, just because it's been so many years of us having to do our own personal therapy with each other every time I go home to visit, that I would love to actually sit down and talk to a therapist with my parents, just to kind of, maybe they'll learn something about themselves that, maybe they didn't see. But I think therapy for Black folks, that it needs to be in the reparation package, honey, because Black folks, we are so just traumatized and triggered by so much within our history. So
you absolutely are right, Dida. And by you saying that to King's Effect question here, if y'all don't realize that y'all just made this mess into a joke and accidentally normalize this, that didn't happen. If anything, what we do, I don't know, as people, is sometimes we have to laugh about our terrible situations to really go through them or to accept what we've been through. So nobody was making a joke about this. If anything, we're just reminiscing over the past and the shit that we've been through. And while we may laugh about it, that's laughing through some pain. Because you better understand and believe, I didn't like any of those days that I was ever touched in that kind of way or beat or had to go into my room and feel some kind of way about who I was. And half the time I was getting beat just because I was acting a little feminine versus anything. So trust and believe, nobody's making this normal. We're talking about an experience and we're sharing with y'all what we went through, but also keeping it light and just keeping it real. But I understand that it's still a very tough subject because we don't do that stuff no more. People still do, but we're getting into a different place of that. And while it is also a little scary,
I commend you, Matty, for saying that way better than I probably would have. I'm free drinks in, so I'm going to be you and on you.
I know you in the comment section, trust and believe. So I get where people feel. This is my Libra way, but this is my balancing here that this comes from. I understand, but I also know sometimes we just jump a little too quick. And we have to really think about what is the conversation and where the intentions are coming from. So nobody was normalizing anything. We were simply speaking like we would about a trauma that we all had in a situation like we would. Girl, that shit was crazy. I know, right? Fuck that. Yeah, fuck all that. That's how that would be. So that's just where we're at with this. This is a conversation about love and the things that we've been through. But either way, to be real with you, I am shocked. We're an hour and 43 minutes into this, and we got damn near through every topic. Oh, proud of y'all. With delays and everything. So what I want to do now with these last 15 minutes or so here is I'd like for the comment section to ask questions if you would. And then we're going to answer the things that we can. And please give us a break if we don't see everything that happens here. But I do want to give y'all some time. And just remember, this is the panel. These are opinions, our experiences that we share. We're not here to always agree with everybody with everything, but we're respectful in our opinions and knowing that we don't want to hurt nobody. We just want to tell the truth, our truth. Okay. So yes. Let me see here. Wait, Matty, your panels give me Marlon Riggs brother to brother vibes. I love it.
Yeah.
Brother.
I know that reference, and thank you. That is a huge compliment. I actually like that show. I watch every that baby. What is going on with this power? Okay. Oh yeah, the Grammys are coming up tonight. I'm not watching, so click.
I have to review it, so I'm gonna watch it.
Oh. Okay.
Beyonce's not performing. I won't be paying attention.
Okay. Oh, look at this. Soulful Dog wants to know, Jamar, can you talk more about being a producer on The Circle?
I was here saying, honey, you know she turned down performing, right?
Well, so actually, I talked to my executive producer this morning about it. So the Circle Atlanta is premiering in June. We actually do our cast photo shoot Thursday, so I got to do that. We're working on the super trailer. Like, it's gonna be so great. Like, once I'm able to show stuff to y'all, it's gonna be something amazing. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So when the time comes, when I talk more about, we get a chance to talk more about it.
Okay, thank you, Jamar. I will definitely be checking out his show. I don't know if I want to review it because he's attached to it, and as a friend, that's not. I don't do that. I don't do
Say what you want, because I'll be reviewing my own shit.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not invited. This is what you do. You come to my channel, but I don't come to yours. Is that what this is? I bring you to the stage, but you don't have a stage for me. Excuse me.
Bitch, you can come and do whatever you want.
Thank you. All right. So, current top 4 predictions for season 13.
I don't want World of Wonder at my door, so I'm not saying shit.
I feel like we can. Well, I don't think Matty and I can.
Well, I can't. The producers look like they're making a decision for us. It's going to be Simone, Gottmik, Rose, and Olivia.
Excuse me?
It looks like that's what they're trying to make it.
So, my top 4 predictions would be Simone, Candy, Gottmik, and I would like to see Utica, but I think it could go to Rose. And y'all know how I feel about Candy.
Okay.
Next topic.
Top 4 that I want. It was just the top 4. I think they're gonna
All right.
Next guy.
Yes. Come on, Dida. The next category, please. Okay, let's see. Eliminated next, Tina Burner. All right.
Basically.
That part.
I mean, if she has to paint a face, bye. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if it's her own, goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know who's gonna go home. I'm honestly just watching it at this point. So
it's a branding challenge. And Miss Thing is trying this yellow and red rebrand that's not working. So
I just want Michelle to hate yellow, orange, and red by the end of the season. That's all. That's all. Let's see here. We're not doing that. I'm not highlighting that one because that would get me in trouble. No. This is too much. Have y'all watched American Gods?
Yes.
No, but I have seen some behind the scenes recordings that have elicited me to watch.
No.
It's on my list of shows to watch.
I need to watch it. I just haven't sat down and given it the time it deserves because these seasons keep popping up. I'm like, girl, how many episodes? And that's where my mind is at. And is somebody gonna be shirtless and fine? Like that. These are serious questions before I watch a show. Will I want to have sex with somebody in my mind after watching this?
Watch season 1. Go watch season 1.
How do you think I got into Game of Thrones? I got into Game of Thrones because we got to them the Targaryen people. What's his name? What's that man? The one that was that slept with Daenerys or whatever.
Jon Snow.
Huh?
Jon Snow?
No. God, no. God.
Oh, the one that played
Drago, whatever his. Yeah.
Drago.
You said Jon Snow.
You're thinking of Matt. You're thinking of the Dothraki, not the.
Okay, Dothraki.
Jason Momoa's character.
Okay. Yeah, him. Carl Drop. Thank you. See, listen, y'all know it's been a long. I let that show go after I saw that Starbucks cup on the set. It really pissed me off. Like I was never the same.
I forgot to look.
It's still up there. You can still see it in the episode. It's sitting right there. It's like boom. It's like boom.
But aside from the Starbucks cup in the last half of season 8, the show was great. Yeah. After what was it, the Dark Knight or the Never Ending, whatever that thing was, it was downhill.
Tamisha Iman's drag battle. We've been keeping up.
Ooh, I haven't.
I have not.
Every time it comes up, y'all, I'm actually like doing something when that takes place. So I've been dying to watch it, honestly. I think I'm like in the mix or whatever where I can like jump in and watch it or whatever. I legit be streaming or something happens and I'm like, I end up missing it. So if anything, you know, I would love to support. I know some friends of mine are looking for shoes, but you know, there you go.
Matt, you know one thing we did not do today?
What did we not do?
We didn't shout out Tenderoni for winning Alaska's
That's
pageant last
That's
Sunday.
right. That's right. Okay, hold on. The drag pageant competition of all pageants. Tenderoni, drag
Another
king.
Chicago king.
Right. Phenomenon. Tenderoni wins this year's drag pageant. Lucy Stool was close.
I love Lucy. Oh my God. I love her.
Yeah, Chicago was coming through for this pageant. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, shout out to Lucy Stool. Lucy Stool. That's my sister.
We love Lucy. We love her.
Like we always do.
These names kill me.
I imagine the wiggle when I see Lucy Stool's name. I just imagine that wiggle, like, woof, get it out. Like, let's just drop it, sister. Good stuff. Remember what Wilma Fingerdu's name really means?
Oh my God.
Bitch. That was one of the best things I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my God. I didn't anticipate that.
Okay. Has anyone watched Chasing Reality Resort? It was a great season special. I think Jamar has watched it. I haven't seen Reese and them just yet. I was going to watch.
God, yes. I love Chasing Reality.
I watched her. It was cute. It was a nice, like,
I love the Chasing Reality brand. I've been watching all of them since season 1.
Oh, wow. Really?
I have too. Same. Yeah.
I'd be surprised when people say that they watch it. I feel like it's just been this anomaly that, like,
I've been following them for quite some time. I love the show.
You're fine. You're fine, Dida. It's okay. This delay has been crazy, but to be real with you, for this 2 hours that we've gone through, we made this work. I don't give a damn. This was a great show. Yeah, this was a great show. Every time you dropped out, girl, we popped you right back in. I had a little moment I had to step on out. That there are things that happen, but we're still here. Can you believe Pose is ending? I can.
No, I cannot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to let something end on a good note as opposed to trying to extend it and make it worse.
3 seasons though? 3 seasons? Come on.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, we were happy it got to 2.
There were so many stories. There's a lot of our stories that can still be told.
But maybe it just will be told in a different medium.
Thank you. That's what we need right there. Like, we had the olden days.
We have Legendary season 2 coming.
I think what Ryan Murphy does really, really well is anthologies, and so to make Pose like an anthology type of series about queer culture, about black and brown culture, I think would be really interesting. And whether those characters pop up in other seasons, I just don't know that I need another X number of seasons about Blanca, Rachel, or any of those other girls.
Then I'm gonna say this: I don't want Ryan Murphy to be a part of it. Then
I don't disagree with that. I support that 100% because I honestly think he's playing with his point.
We've been through American Horror Story disappointments. I don't need that. You know, I'm getting tired of this. I'm just gonna do this to make money. Tyler Perry kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because that man right there.
Looking forward to it every year. I'll be like, maybe this will be the good one. Maybe this will be the good one.
Oh, I know.
Because 1984 looked like it was about to be that girl, and she slowly turned into a C- movie. Just
That's all his.
So they die and they're still there. So
yes,
they're
yes.
alive.
So everybody ends up being a fucking ghost damn near by the end of the whole show, and then the girl was like, "It was me all along."
I was like, this is giving me. This could go very Friday the 13th, and it just went nowhere. And I'm
Friday the 24th, girl. It was not somebody got mail that day, like legit. It wasn't that great. Okay. Excuse me. Listen. That's how it goes. That's how I recorded it for the recordings. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We're on the last 5 minutes of this, and I want everybody to get their social medias out the way so that you know where you can go find, support, subscribe, do what y'all need to do to handle the panel and be a part of all the different packs and friendships and fanships or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to start with Chris first. Chris, where can everyone find you at and anything you got coming up?
Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. It's CDIGGI1. I'm also on Pop Roast with Alexander Rogers. You can find me on his channel, and then the podcast too, same name, Apple and Spotify.
Fabulous. Jamar84, Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, you got to do that now. I'm Jamar84 from Atlanta, Georgia. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Never.
Never.
So you can find me on all social media platforms at Jamar84. That's Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and TikTok at Jamar840. Look out for the Circle Atlanta coming this summer. Look out for the Assistant 2 coming this fall. Lots of great things coming, and I can't wait for you guys to see.
The circle of life that we will walk away. All right. Jamel and all the high top Hey Arnold glory that you got here. Tell us where they can find your underscore having ass.
Yes. On Twitter, I am _duly noted_. On Instagram, I'm duly noted with 2 underscores. For personal and then for business, DooleyDoesFood, which is the name of my YouTube channel where you can find how to make some good eats.
Fabulous. Caution, Blake's up next. Blake, where can I read your hats. Where can they go ahead and find you at, if you would, for me, please?
You can find me on Twitter at BARowlett86, Instagram RowlettB, and YouTube BRowlett.
Fabulous. Our special guest, lovely Dida Ritz, where can they find you, baby?
Everyone can find me on Instagram, the Dida Swag, Twitter, the Dida Swag, and Facebook is just facebook.com/Dida Ritz. And on the 26th of this month, I will be doing my Details the Drag show. I'm actually going to be dropping the flyer later on today. So I'm really excited to debut that cast. It's going to be there, and it's going to be a fun show. That's on twitch.tv/Details the Drag Show. Usually starts at 10 o'clock East Central Standard Time.
Fabulous. On the 26th, everybody, make sure you follow at Dida Swag on Instagram so you can catch all the stories and the promotions for that, and make sure that you support my sister. I thank you so much, Dida Ritz, for being here. I believe we got Keisha Carr coming up next week.
Judy.
Dooley, I need you to also hit her up, because I'm trying to reach out to Keisha and make sure we got that on block, because I really need her for this next episode, because it's going to be the finale of UK, all that kind of good stuff. Either way, y'all, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for giving us love. Conversations are necessary, whether you agree or disagree. We respect each other's opinions, and I hope we all can see each other at the end someday. Do me a favor. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, see Digga's channel, Jamar's channel, Dooley's channel, Blakeisha. And then also go ahead and support my sister, Dida Ritz. I'm going to always rag on you blue walls, okay? All right, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. Hugs and kisses, all of our best love and wishes. It's your boy, Matty Rants. We're going to go ahead and play my theme music. My friends, have yourselves a good rest of this Sunday. Have a good week. We'll see you next week for some fuckery. Chris, we got you next week, and then you're going to have a break on the 28th, right? Is that right? Okay, cool. All right, perfect. Puss, all that kind of good faggotry. I'm going to see y'all later, everybody. Bye.
Listen. Yeah.